You're here for the age-old question, how much does YouTube pay? Maybe you're just starting out and you're curious, as we all are, how much you might make when you were first monetized on YouTube, which is at 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers. You could also be curious about how much different niches make on YouTube, and I think we're all a little curious about that one, right? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jacob Fisher, and today we're talking about how much small YouTubers make, including me. We're going to be diving into my YouTube channel analytics to see exactly how much I make each and every month, or at least for the past month, because I've only been monetized a month. We're also going to be looking into two other niches, automotive and gaming, to see how much you could potentially make with YouTube in one of those. Before we get into it, let's give that like button a big old tap and subscribe if this is content that you might like to see in the future. When you're starting a YouTube channel, maybe you see that Graham Stephan pulls in 100K a month or whatever in ads alone, but he's a big finance YouTuber. What about other people like Doug DeMoro, Moro? I said that wrong. Or PewDiePie. How do their earnings differ, and what does their RPM or revenue per 1,000 views change based on the niche you're in? Some niches just make more than others, but of course it even varies inside that niche as well. First, I wanted to get into an automotive channel who was kind enough to share their analytics with me for some of their recent videos. The channel name is Chasing the Apex. Head over there if you want to see some awesome car reviews. I'll link it down below as well. He told me he's going to get a McLaren 720S, so you can check out that bad boy in the corner and hopefully get a great review on it if you want to see something like that. Overall, their RPM is 56 cents. while their CPM is $5.10. Now I find that a little interesting because typically RPM is about half of the CPM, which is definitely not the case here. I honestly could not tell you why though that the RPM is not half the CPM, but it probably has something to do with, watch duration, which I personally don't have access to. Their total revenue during the 28-day period was $81.78. The estimated monetized playback percentages are based off the total monetized playbacks, which is different than the total views on the channel. During the 4-week period, this channel generated roughly 80,000 views, which means only 28,777 of those were actually monetized, equating to 36% monetized views of total views. That seems, Without spoiling it too much though, my channel had an 80% rate. This lower monetized view could also affect some of the factors when it comes to RPM, but I do think niche also affects this. If a company is selling a physical product, like weather mat, for example, in cars, their advertising costs might be lower than a company selling a digital product because they have to put a lot of their money and capital into building that product out and then advertising it. Versus a digital product, you create it once and then they can run ads for, ever. Like a stock trading course, for example. The stock trading course just has more money to spend on advertising when compared to the weather mats. Let's move into gaming because I think a lot of people think of YouTube as a big gaming hosting platform, which is kind of the case. I started a gaming channel when I first did it. You can follow that, JXF1SH3R, for future videos that, will eventually get published. I haven't done much on that channel in a while, but either way, I don't have access to a ton of people who are at the monetized threshold in the gaming, so we had to do a bit of research. It seems like the average RPM for gaming is $2 to $4. One of the channels I looked up was Godian's Games, who made a video about how much money he made a while ago. In this video, he earned $214 in a month for 85,000 views. Seems pretty good, right? These are just some examples. Now, I didn't get too many channels because I don't know too many people in the monetization, so I can't get a full comparison going for you that I want to, but maybe in the future we'll get something even bigger out, which I think would be pretty neat. But let's get into my channel now because that might be why you're here. You're thinking about starting a finance channel and you want to know how much you might make when you first get monetized. My channel has an average RPM of $14.84 while a CPM of $33.21. Some of my higher RPM videos are $41.86 for the Chime Credit Builder video. And then the wheel method, another fairly consistent video, sits around $24.22 for the RPM for both of them. That's fairly good, but when I was researching the Chime Credit Builder account, I ran into a lot of ads for seemingly scammy sites. They would offer to build your credit, and all you need to do is take out a loan with them, but essentially you're just paying them interest on a random loan that you don't really even get in the first place. I don't think it's such a good idea to do that. It seems pretty scammy to me. They're just kind of making money off of you trying to build your credit while you could just get a cash secured card to build your credit. I don't think anyone should sign up for things like that, and rather, again, just go for that credit or cash secured credit card. But it seems like they would spend a lot of money on advertising, which, you know, equates to that higher RPM at $41. In the last 28 days, my channel made $305, which equates to slightly more than $10 per day. My niche is different than the other two, which is why that, you know, RPM might be a little bit higher, or, well, a lot of it higher in some of the cases. It could also be something to do with the average view duration and the estimated monetized playbacks compared to the other two. If you think about it, someone who watches games might be more into an ad blocker than someone just looking for advice on credit cards and investing ideas. These are just all my thoughts though, as we don't really know for sure unless you just sign up for a Google Ads account and then run ads on various videos to see how much it costs to run ads on finance videos compared to cars and gaming channels. It's an option, but I don't really have anything to run ads on right now, at least not yet. Maybe in the future though. Let me know if you guys want a more in-depth look in the comments below and what you think of comparing a few channels in this video. I upload videos on Monday and Friday on travel and finance, so if that sounds like something interesting to you, hit that little subscribe button down there. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.